Alright my friends, it's March 19, 2026. I will tell you something about our Austrian militia system, which means after your mandatory military service, back in the days we had to make trainings after 1-2 years to stay fit in the army and make some training days, which were completely useless of course, but that's what the actual government, the Minister of Defense and some other militia people want to do now. They want to extend the mandatory military service from 6 to 8 months for every male. Female can join as well, but it's not mandatory for them, and men can also do some civilian service. They don't have to do military, but every young male who is fit in his brain, which there are not so many brain fitters anymore here, but anyway, they want to extend from 6 to 8 months and add some training days which you have to serve every year, every 2 years, when they decide to make exercise, military exercise, so that you can stay fit in your job and on the weapon system you are trained for. Anyway, the goal is to stay fitter, to be more trained, because when the bad Russian Putin attacks, that we are fit to defend our country, which is completely bullshit. First of all, Mr. Putin will never attack Austria. I don't think so. And second, even if you do mandatory military service, mandatory training, it doesn't help you at all, because in Austria it's like this. I was at this military exercises, they are completely useless. You are, after your military service, you are in a civilian job, and then you have to come after 1 or 2 years to do 10 days training, 12 days training. It's completely useless. It's just it's completely useless. It's just a waste of taxpayers' money. But our Minister of Defense want to do this. The generals want to do this. We even have a commission of this highest militia guy. They had some experts, and they decided what to do, what not to do, and the whole Austria is not sure what they want to do, if they want to ask the public, if they want to have it, if they decided inside the government. So it's completely senseless, useless. The news are full of this shit. And why I want to tell you about this thing is this: I had 8 months, 1998. I served 8 months in 12-Achsing at the tank battalion, which is now infantry battalion, which it's shit, because the tank battalion, we were proud of our black beret. Now they have a green beret from the infantry, which they don't like at all. I made my 8 months and I could go. I was finished. But because I wanted to make some courses and I want to be a Vize-Leutnant, which I was now, you have to make courses, and for this you need to be in the militia system. So I joined the militia system. I got about 250 days which I have to serve till I'm dead. I made some trainings and stuff, and because I was in the militia system I was able to do some courses. So actually I joined because I want to get my degree, my Dienstgrad, if you will. So, and of course you can do some other courses as well. It's better to be in the militia system, because then you're in the militia system. I joined this, and what I can tell you is they accused me that I spoke very bad about a commander, that I went swimming in Kosovo in K4, and they accused me that I want to stab some Kosovarian people. Accusations, something is wrong, something's not wrong. In my opinion, I'm innocent, because I did this on unlisted videos. They are saying they were listed, I say it's unlisted, yeah. But the Staatsanwaltschaft, the regional court, spoke me free. They dropped all charges about this. So they say the videos were not listed and I was not charged with anything. The army wanted to put me on the graveyard for this, because they accused me of some stuff about some military Gesetzbuch, military law, which is kind of strict in Austria if you do something bad, which they accused me. But as I said, dropped all charges. And for this I was also kicked out of the militia system. So first They kicked me out immediately from the army, which they made mistakes, Verfahrensfehler. All this stuff they did, and then I got a letter from the government, from the Minister of Defense, that because of military behavior, they're gonna drop me out of the system, out of the militia system. I don't know why. They didn't even waited till the charges were infinited, till the law case is finished. Didn't wait for anything. They just immediately got this letter from other companies, bases, military commanders from the Auslandseinsatzbasis, and they saw this and they said, out. And I will read you this letter, which I got from my local district military apparat. I will write this you first in German, and I will translate it. I try to translate it in English. So this was a RSA letter, which I have to get by myself. I have to sign it when I get this letter. So this is the most serious letter you can get in Austria. You have to sign it, and only you personal can take over this letter. This is from Bundesministerium Landesverteidigung, Abteilung Ergänzung und Miliz, Roman Mittlag, bla bla bla, Geschäftszahl, Befreiung von der Verpflichtung zur Leistung des Präsenzdienstes, Verfügung. Sie werden von der Verpflichtung zur Leistung aller Präsenzdienstarten aus militärischen Rücksichten von Amts wegen befreit. Rechtsgrundlage sind Paragraphs. Begründung: Von Amts wegen wird festgestellt, dass kein Bedarf an ihrer militärischen Verwendung gegeben ist. Gemäß Paragraph 26 des im Spruch zitierten Wehrgesetzes sind, soweit zwingende militärische Erfordernisse nicht entgegenstehende taugliche Wehrpflichtige von Amts wegen von der Verpflichtung zur Leistung eines Präsenzdienstes zu befreien, wenn und solange es militärische Rücksichten oder sonstige öffentliche, insbesondere gesamtwirtschaftliche oder familienpolitische Interessen erfordern. Das ist das bla bla bla. Yeah, the rest is just some paragraphs, but paragraph, and the main thing is now. Die Bundesministerin für Landesverteidigung, which is Mrs. Claudia Tanner, ÖVP, gelangte nach eingehender Prüfung und Beurteilung des für die Entscheidung maßgebenden Sachverhaltes zu der Ansicht, dass ihre Befreiung aus militärischen Rücksichten im Sinne der bezogenen Gesetzesstelle in dem im Spruch festgesetzten Ausmaß zu verfügen ist. Es war daher wie im Spruch zu entscheiden. Yes. And against this, gegen diesen Bescheid, können Sie innerhalb von 4 Wochen nach Zustellung schriftlich eine Beschwerde erhoben werden. Die Beschwerde ist beim Bundesministerium für Landesverteidigung einzubringen und muss bla 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 bla. Ja, so. Ich habe mich natürlich nicht beschwert. Ich habe das so akzeptiert, weil wenn mich die Claudia Tanner, Bundesministerin für Landesverteidigung, nicht mehr haben will, dann soll sie mich auch nicht haben. So, and now I will tell you everything in English. I hope I can translate this crap. You know my English sucks, but I have to speak because I want to teach my parents English now and then. Grüße gehen raus an die Finanzprokuratur. I will teach them every 2-3 days when I'm at lunch at my parents, and then I will teach them some English. So listen now carefully, parents and sister, in English. This you get when they kick you out of something. You get a RSA letter, which is you have to sign by yourself, everything personal. So this is what you get, how this looks like. And the main thing here is they tell me that they're kicking me out because of military reasons. They're not writing exactly what happened. They just said they don't want me anymore, and because of military reasons you are not longer required to do your duty as a militia soldier. The thing is this, that this letter looks like or is written with the knowledge of the Ministry of Defense, so the commander of the Austrian military, which is a woman. Her name is Claudia Tanner. Claudia with K, not C, with K. Grüße gehen raus an das C-Element mit K, nicht mit C. Claudia Tanner. Usually she looks like friendly, she is nice. I met her in person. I also have a picture with her in Kosovo. And she wrote here, this letter says, the Ministry of Defense of the Austrian military got to the knowledge after examination, the case, my case, that you are not longer required because of military reasons for the local government to make your duty for the Austrian army. So something like this. As I said, for me it's hard to explain. I'm not doing Google Translate, I try to do it with my brain. So actually this letter says that the Ministry of Defense knows exactly what was happening, and nobody asked me about my opinion. Nobody asked me. They just had their side of the story. Imagine Iran war. Only one side of the story, the Trump side of the story, that the Iranians want to nuke everybody. And you have the other side of the story. No, the United States of Israel wanted a war against Iran because Bibi Netanyahu, who is dead already, he is dead, yeah, everybody knows he is dead, wanted a war since 45 years. So you have pro and contra, MAGA, no MAGA. And now they have just one side of the story, they just have the army story. I was never asked, nobody told me anything what's inside these files till my lawyer got them. So just their side of the story, and they just looked at their side of the story, and she decided to kick me out of the militia system as well. Correct would be, first you wait till everything is finished, till the law, all this law stuff, it takes months, all this is finished and they have a verdict. No, they just kicked me out also immediately and didn't ask anything. They know nothing what really happened. I said this in court, which is ongoing, so I'm not telling you too much, but all these accusations, I say I'm innocent about that. It's not how it looks like, it's not how they wrote it. They fucked me. The Austrian army, the NCC in KFOR and some other guys, they wanted to get rid of me, and they got it. They kicked me out. Now I'm low, I'm a civilian, no nothing anymore, and I'm standing here and I have to defend myself. And then you got this letter. What I want to say is, don't trust immediately someone if just he says something, just hear the story of the other guy. Both stories. Or this side, and then a neutral, a third side. And then decide. And not do everything immediately. But what is, if I got wrong, if I get my money, if I win, the charges from the Staatsanwaltschaft were dropped already, what if I'm innocent? And then you all did this in advance. And I had no Personalvertreter, I had no official who helped me in this case, nothing. Even our super militia system, what is his name? Hametseder? Oberst Hametseder, I'm not sure. He's in the television, we need to change the military system, we need to have 2 more months, we need militia, we need blah 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 blah. This costed a lot of money, because expert premium, you know what they cost. Expert premium, the news are full of just, do we need 2 more months, do we need this? Everybody was in, this guy is responsible for the militia, like I was, or some guy of him. And no one of them was thinking, hey, maybe we should help Witlak Roman because he's a Vizelieutenant and he was 20 years in foreign missions. Maybe he has to say something about this accusation. Maybe it could be that they fucked him and they fucked me. No, nothing. Why is that? And I also like this blue edition Red Bull. I'm not sponsored by Red Bull, but Red Bull, if you want to send me some free stuff, ask the military in my they should look at my account, ask the counterintelligence, they know everything about me, so they know my address. Just send me some blue and maybe some winter edition on the original one. Cool. The essay, the essence of this story is, Minister of Defense and Sir Militia Boss, look first at the guys who are still serving, if they have a problem or not. Here's the farmer. Yeah. So help these guys first who are serving since years. There are people who are doing this for 30, 40 years, just go in missions, status militia. Most of my friends are militia, still serving in Kosovo, EUFOR, Bosnia or in Lebanon. Most of them are militia, and without this militia system we have here, and the guys doing the service, of course they get a lot of money, but they have a lot of psycho stress as well. Without them, the military missions in other countries would be finished already, because we are nearly 50 to 60% usually are in the militia who are doing this kind of stuff. So without militia, without regular guys who just serve a little bit, Austrian army would be finished in the missions. 100%. That's a fact. And military rights, the militia, is 100%. It's not correct what they're doing to us. It's not correct how they treat us. We have no one who is helping us in cases of mine. You have to deal by yourself. You have to deal by yourself as a lawyer. When you're active duty, you have someone in your battalion at home who can help you, who will help you. And we militia, we are like freiwillig. We are freiwillig. They just, when they need us, they take us. If they have no guys in the mission, you can stay down there 2 years, 1 year 50. But the reason for this is because they know us, they trust us, and they know we are down there, we're taking care of the mission, and we are there to do our job. We are there, always there, and when they don't need you anymore, they just drop you like a fucking banana, bam, zack, zack, bam, bam, and you're gone. Check it out. There was. This will be a new horse stable, I think. My friend Franz has the horse stable and they're building some shit down there. Awesome. Alright, where was I? So, they give a shit about us militia anymore. You know, the guys from active duty, most of them, not all, most of them, they think they're something better than we are militia because they're active duty. You cannot say what you want. There is no free speech in the army. If you say something I like FPÖ, AfD, like this, they're hearing that. Even the KO, the Patlons KO, who hear nothing, with his ear shit inside, and they hear, ooh, what is he saying? FPÖ, ooh. Because the Austrians are ÖVP in the military. ÖVP. They don't want opinions, they don't want people like me who speak facts. They don't like this. We stay there forever, and when one active guy, he wants to stay 2 months in a mission, he calls, then you have to go home. Me or some other guys, he stays for 2 months because he just can do my 2 months because family, my horse is sick, my dog is sick, my balls hurts, you know, kinds of this. So I stay for 2 months. 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. Usually you have to stay minimum 6 months. 6 months is minimum usually, but they stay for 2 months, and then when they are at home, they call you, hey, we need someone, can you go? And people like me, the militia, we say yes, we go, because we want the money, the bakshish. You have to obey, of course, in the military, but I'm not taking shit, and I never took a lot of shit. Nah. And there are a lot of guys in the missions, some guys in the missions who have no medical certificate, who didn't run the requirement times. So usually they're not allowed to go because you have to make a sports test, medical test, and some physical test, a brain test with the psycholog. And a lot of guys don't have these requirements, but mostly only active duty. Because when you're active duty, you can go for 28 days without any testing. Active goes for 28 days, then he goes home, 1 week, 5 days, and then they can send you again for 28 days. I had to make everything. 1 push-up too less, cannot go. 1 second too slow at the run, you cannot go. They just help you when they need you. I also think that the guys in Kosovo are not allowed to speak to me, because like no one speaks to me, very barely, and just normal stuff. If I think the people in Kosovo are not allowed to speak to me. Why? Because the commanders are afraid that I will talk more like this. But these are facts. This is what I affect. And there are a lot of guys out there who suffer the same or more, and they are not defending themselves. Maybe they can't. Maybe they want to go again. And I'm now this guy who is defending myself, and hopefully I win, because if I win all of this, then we in the militia know we have a chance against the Republic of Austria when we sue them. Alright, I know blah 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 video, I know, but I have to get this shit out. I have to talk about this. I have to talk about it. The people have to know. Alright, that's it for this video. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.